Hello and welcome to the Temple of Tomes with your host, Indie Comics Jones. Today's April 16th, 2022. This is episode 500. Hey, we hit the half millennial mark there. So today we're going to talk about Willow. This movie came out in 1988, so just before the last Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, 1 year before that. Um, this is a recommend. If you have not seen this movie, please do. It features Val Kilmer, and he's great in it. He's athletic, he's looking good, swinging a sword. Um, it's a George Lucas story, directed by Ron Howard. So you got a nice duo there. Now the drawbacks with this is there's a little bit too much slapstick in it, and a little bit kind of jokey. If they would have went straight forward it, but everything else in it is pretty good. I mean, I have trouble watching modern movies all the way through at home. This one I sat down, I watched the whole thing through without stopping. I've seen it like I don't know, years ago, and really was thought it was pretty captivating. Um, so let's get into this a little bit more. Let me start it all over. It's a very short trailer. You can see Lucasfilm's involved with it. Disney is actually doing a remake of this, so please go and see this one. I think it's available for free on YouTube, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong on that. It's probably available somewhere out there. I believe it's on Disney Plus right now. You can watch it on there if you've got that service. But it has to do with this dwarf wizard that doesn't know he's a wizard, but becomes one. So there's like a nice journey, hero's journey there. Now, one of the drawbacks to this film is they used actual dwarves in it, or I should say, people that have dwarvism, and that makes the action suffer a bit. I believe Peter Jackson probably saw this film and saw some of the drawbacks of using people with dwarfism. And now I'm not saying people with dwarfism shouldn't be in a film. Obviously, Game of Thrones had a character that was very crucial to the plot, Tyrion, and one of the fan favorites in that whole series there for Game of Thrones. However, in this, it just kind of stops the action at times because of the limitations of the main character there. You can see him right there. I forget what his name is, and I apologize for that. But we'll go ahead and see. It's a very short trailer. But I think they could have used him and then maybe had like an action double in for him, because you can see that he's got restricted movement. He's very slow when he's running. I mean, very slow. And the other dwarves, the other people in this that have dwarvism too, had similar restrictions too. Some of them actually moved pretty good, but there was all different sizes too. That was a little bit mind-boggling when you saw it. But as you can see, it does have a lot of action in it. A little too much slapstick at times, but it was a good, solid film, and it was very entertaining. It's good for all ages, and that's one thing that doesn't seem to happen as much today. Just a nice story overall. The stop-action monsters in it were excellent, and also they used practical effects through the whole thing, no CGI, and I think that just adds to the realism of it. The slapstick takes away from it, though, however, but they have these dog beasts. I don't know if they showed them in here or not. That were just, they look kind of real, and they were just, I think they were collies with special appendages put on and extra fur, but they looked very terrifying. So good for them. Good for Ron Howard and all those people that worked on this. So if you get a chance, I recommend to see Willow, the 1988 version. See it before the Disney one, because the Disney one might kind of spoil the whole scene. All right, so thanks for stopping by. I had this one, A Wheel of Time, in my roundhouse for a while. I finally got around to doing it. I just thought I just got, they keep in the back of my head. They're bugging me, so I decided to go ahead and do it. And So they're both done now, and I can go back to comics. So please like, please subscribe if you haven't. Please leave comments if you wish. And we'll have be back to regular comics in just a little bit. This is Indie Comics Jones from the Temple of Tomes bidding you adieu. Happy Easter, everyone.